evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. I'm Papa Boris here playing some more Pathfinder adventures. In between the last video and this one, the Steam version came out and I purchased it, so this is quite an exquisite feeling. I am finally playing this game on my laptop. Oh, this is so exciting. Of course, the design and the development of Pathfinder Adventures has been really tortured, and I feel very bad for the folks of Obsidian for having to make this game, because they've clearly suffered a lot to bring it to us. But that being said, although there have been some strong feelings on all sides, the game is here, it's on my laptop, and it's a little bit twitchy. Like, you can't actually see the during this scenario's text. I can't like see this. I don't know how you're supposed to make this appear, so that's cool. But basically, this is actually a really tough scenario because you subtract, I think, 2 from each die rolled, and on top of that, in the death zone, any roll of a 1 or a 2 is treated as a 0. So that, with the -2 penalty, means that your dice can actually be negative, and you pretty much have to go balls to the walls Dickens on every single check, or else you're just not going to make any checks. It's a very, very difficult scenario. I could very realistically fail it here. Let's go ahead and kick it up, see what I get for my... Oh god, it feels so good to be using a mouse. See what I get here for my wildcard thing. An additional... well, I don't know. That can be, like, not a big deal if it's, like, a random treasure chest, but obviously it can also be terrible. Plus, it just makes it harder for me to find the length spider. Yeah, so subtract 2 from each die rolled. Then each time you close a death zone, the difficulty of closing all the other ones increases by 2. It's just awful. That being said, my strategy for this is probably just going to be to put everybody in the same location, because with everything being so difficult, I want Lem to be able to help people close the locations. I want Valeros to be able to help people on the combat check. And yeah, it does mean that someone like Seoni is more likely to end up having to close the location with her shitty wisdom, and someone who has good wisdom like Kira is less likely to, but things are just so hard in this scenario. It's so hard to get these check counts with all these damn penalties that I think it's actually worth taking that extra risk as compared to the potential advantage of having someone with a better stat try to close the location. So it does mean, like, let's say if like Valeros encounters the henchman, it sucks real bad. It's a really bad situation because his wisdom is a D4, and it's pretty much impossible for him without wisdom to close the location, and there's just nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can pass turns with Valeros, I guess, but it's just a bad situation. So anyway, let's go ahead and do this. We'll put Valeros last to make it less likely that he's the one who finds the henchman. Alright, so let's take a quick look. We do have Augury here in Kira's opening hand, which is nice. This is actually my first time playing on the PC. I'm just like, well, it's on my computer, it's installed, let's fucking play the game. So we're gonna go ahead and augur, and I mean, hopefully find the henchman. If not the henchman, well, that's not too bad. There's 4 monsters in each location deck, and being able to put these things on the bottom is nice, because every monster is like a serious ass problem. Every single one, even if it's not like well, these happen to be level 6 monsters, but like even if they don't have even if they don't have crazy high combat checks, like when every single one of your dice is a 0, if it's rolled a 1 or a 2, and every dice adds a -2 penalty to your roll, shit gets out of control real fast. It's actually not a bad idea here to have like Valeros have some kind of an evasion item if you want to really min-max this session. Because then he can explore, and if he finds the henchman, he can evade it with something like the mask, Medusa's mask. I don't know if I kept that in this party. It's been kind of a while, but yeah. Well, let's go ahead and explore. It's a Doctrine of Milani. Ooh, Doctrine. What is different about this? Ooh, acrobatics, disable, or survival. That's actually good blessing to have here because obviously these are survival checks to close, so it's actually a very handy pickup. I'm not going to be using any blessings to explore. Even with that stupid wildcard power, adding a card to each deck, I should be able to just do this with my 30 turns. If the law of averages plus the boosts from auguries work out. So, yeah, I'm fine. I do wish I had started Seoni in a different location, like in case that way she has like augury or something. She could have cast it there. But luckily she doesn't have augury anyway. Here's an Emerald Codex. I might as well do it now. Okay, let's take a look if anything's worth it here. Yep, that's cool. That's definitely nice. Every bit of extra scouting helps. And then, what is this? Intelligence? That is unfortunately not helpful. Although it helps everybody. It would have been better if I would have gotten the one for wisdom. Okay, well, that's enough blubbering. I think I'm done with Kira's turn. I'm saving all my blessings for checks, because every single check we're going to have to go ape shit with the blessings. Let's actually go ahead and just pop the spyglass. It does suck because these are discarded, but might as well just improve my odds of getting to the henchman without having to... Oh, fuck me sideways. Okay, that's terrible. Although he had dexterity disabled. Yeah, I mean, Seijan could do that with help. This is actually fine. It doesn't matter if you fail this. Okay, that's okay. And then this thing, what is this? Any character at the location. So everybody encounters it. Failed to defeat it. Oh my god. Oh, jeez, this is awful. So, okay, with these 3 barriers here, one thing I could do is I could cast Augury and select Barrier, but the problem is these monsters will get shuffled in. And these are awful monsters. I don't want to fight these monsters either. So what I think I'm going to do... Yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Hand Chopper up front and have Seijan encounter this and defeat it. Then I'm going to have the invasion plans, which I'll have to have somebody with a good wisdom approach. Unfortunately, this party has nobody with the survival skill. And then defeat this, so that then I'll be able to scout and then put the secluding field last after these cards. And hopefully one of these 2 is the henchman. I mean, there's only a 40% chance of that, but I think that's what I have to go for. So let's do the dexterity. So I like that it shows the roll success. Does this take into account the fact that the death zone treats 1s and 2s as 0s? That's what I want to know. Let's see. So the actual... No, it doesn't actually make... No, because the 1 and 2 were going to fail anyway. I don't know if this is accurate, this thing here, but we'll just assume it is. So let's see. We need something that helps against barriers, like Yabba Dabba Doo. 96%? All right, I'll trust that. Man, I love this, because it... Oh, my God. Oh, my God! I rolled 3... 1s! I rolled 3 1s! Oh, what a great start to this video series. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, that's just freaking lovely. So now I took the damage and everything gets shuffled, so I waste the augury. I am actually really tempted to just start over right here, but we're gonna keep on trucking. Maybe a henchman got put right on top. Okay, it didn't. Oh my god. 3 1s. That is a 1 in 1,000 chance. Pretty cool. Reveal to add 1. That seems kind of shitty. Divine or to any check. Well, D4s aren't that good because of the -2 penalty. I'm actually just going to discard this to explore again. Oh, no. Oh my god, it's the occluding field. Oh my criminy. Somebody has a Sahedron medallion. You know what? I'm gonna restart. That's it. I'm just gonna restart. I don't want these extra barriers. I don't want to deal with this shit. It's a really just painful scenario. How much time has been going? 8 minutes? Okay, I'm sorry. I restarted after 8 minutes, but we had some fun times, didn't we? We had some laughs. We had some roller coaster emotions. Okay, so that was great. Let's see, now I do get to remake my party here, so let's go ahead and get rid of... Oh, I have to click on these arrows. Are you serious? Oh my god. I have to click on the arrow keys. I can't just like click and drag to move it over. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and put the Shellin into somebody else's deck, I guess. And maybe I should give... I'm going to give the Medusa Mask to Valeros. He never wants to fight those henchmen. Yeah, he doesn't really want the Orb of Firestorm. So let's do this trade. What's going on with Lime? Oh, do I want this Evangelist? I don't think I do. Okay, so, well, I still have shitty stuff like the Sage here. Broder Quink! I've got the Quinkster! Oh my god, this is hilarious. Alright, let's see. Anybody got some shitty blessings? Shady blessings? I don't think we need this Blessing of Iomedae anymore. So let's do that. Oh yeah, so now the PC version's got this cool thing where you can save cards. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like a stash, I guess. You can like keep cards here, so it's nice if you like have a loot card that you might want to use later, but you just don't have space for it now, or there's some item that you want to save for later. You can put it in the stash, and I like it a lot. It definitely simplifies the game because you know it reduces those situations of like, oh, here's a good weapon that I found early on, but my character doesn't have a power feat to use it yet, so I'm gonna just struggle with it until like scenario 1.3. You can just put the weapon in the stash, which I think is super handy. So these are some things I think in the, yeah, this is from the Ambassador program. Since I paid $25 on the mobile version, this Steam version gets upgraded to the Ambassador version for free. So I don't know anything about these cards. We're gonna go ahead and not use them yet, but maybe, I will later, and it's kind of nifty. You get to actually banish your extra cards for a little trickle of gold. Okay, well that was great. I'm hoping to get a better wildcard power, although to be fair, most wildcard powers are terrible for this scenario, because anything that makes stuff harder, anything that makes killing villains and barriers harder is bad. I guess anything that makes boons harder isn't that bad. Anything that makes like pick up a boon and bury a card isn't that bad. So actually, okay, there's a decent... Why does that toggle? Anyway, anything that makes, that doesn't, like, increase the difficulty of checks or add a card to the location is something I'd be happy to see. I could just forfeit if I get something shitty. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yes, okay, perfect. So there's not going to be much of this going on. So this is basically a null and void thing. The only thing that can fuck that up is if I roll 3 ones on 3 d10s. I couldn't believe it. Okay, we're going to put Lem and Sione at different starting locations so that if they get augury, they can augur those locations. And I'm going to make a slight change here. I'm going to put Lem up front because that way he can come back and join the party for the, like if he were later, then that means the first characters who went before Lem wouldn't have the ability for him to give help. Note that although Lem's ability only gives a d4, it is a d4 plus 2 or plus 3 at this point, so it counters the drawback of the scenario. Alright, Emerald Codex again in the opening hand. How lucky. We got Raise Dead, Mass Eloquence, which is pretty worthless, and then Invoke. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Bury this card to shuffle 1d6 random cards. Oh man, this is a really good spell. It sticks around. It's like a holy candle in a spell slot that sticks around. So that's really nice to get. We're going to get 1 to 6 extra turns this scenario. Oh my god. Well, this is the time to do it. We got a good wild card power. We don't have 4 barriers in the zones. Let's just get a little bit lucky and get done with this horrible place. 2d6 to your non. That's actually pretty good, because what this does is it lets Lem at least help himself on closing the location. No, it's combat check. Oh, well, still, it's good. And anything that helps combat checks is good here, and 2d6 is good. Do I want to improve my odds here? Yeah, the Quinkster here is not that good, so we're just going to go ahead and quink away. Just to make sure I pick this thing up. Oh, I got a berry. I forgot about the wild card power. Well, this thing is pretty... Oh, what? 1d6 to your... I should have used this. Oh my god, I'm bad at this game. I should have just used that thing. Well, anyhoodle, that was that. And I was supposed to go rejoin the party. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I'm terrible at this game. I was supposed to go rejoin the party. Lem is here all by himself. Can I change? Can I? No, I can't. I already encountered my card. Well, everyone's gonna have to do without Lem's help here. I guess Kira will do augury just like last time. Okay. Whew. Alright, so there's a henchman in the top 3 cards. Okay, that's pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna move Kira over to Lem's location, because I don't think... I gotta really think about this. Oh, I should have revealed the cat. That would have been a guaranteed recharge success. Do I want to fight this this Lang spider? I'm not going to get Lem's help either for killing the spider or for closing the location. But if I move, then like it's kind of tricky because then Lem has to move back. There's no villain here, so I can leave this henchman on the top forever. I could have her pass the turn. That seems weak. It just sucks to go out without Lem's help on both the combat check and the closing check. What kind of blessings? People have any, like, good wisdom blessings? Not actually. Oh, there's one. Blessing of Milani. Okay. There's Incendiary. Although Incendiary Cloud, I'm not sure is actually good. This actually I should have buried this. This is really bad because it adds 2d4, but it's 2d4 minus 4, which is like almost zero. It's worse than 0 when you factor in that 1s and 2s count as zeros. I should have buried this card instead of burying my ally, and I should have actually discarded it. I guess Lem doesn't have to discard cards. He can always recharge cards to help his allies. So never mind. Okay, so this is not going to help. I guess this helps against the fighter. This Blessing of Lamashtu. Yeah, let's just frickin' do it. Alright, so we're not going to do Charisma Diplomacy. We're going to go for the combat check. Combat melee. And then Valeros. There's Valeros helping us out. Alright, roll success 0. I love how it shows that. Orb of Firestorm is garbage and should be discarded because this just doesn't help at all. 2d4 is just bad here. You have to be very careful using these things. Do I want to discard this to get an extra d6? A d6 isn't even that much. I'm just going to reveal this. And we need some help. So let's go for a Blessing of Gorm for 2 extra d6s. It sucks that Kira is a d6. That's kind of the shitty thing here. Roll success 8%. Oh my god, am I even going to be able to get there? Crickety crackers. Let's go ahead and recharge that to give her an extra +3. I'm loving this roll success thing. That's fantastic. Blessing of Lamashtu for an extra couple of dice. Roll success 50%. Oh my god. There is just... I mean, we just got to throw everything at this. I didn't even realize it was this bad. Even though it's inefficient, we're going to do that. So there's a 70% chance of success. Man, I am not happy about this. But that's all I can do. The Incendiary Cloud is just worse, I think. Alright, well, let's roll the bones. Oh god. Oh my god, I hate everything. Lem needed to be there. Lem, I needed to move him over. And if he had been there, I might have been able to make it. Well, what is this thing? Oh yeah, it's when you play a spell that has the attack trait. Yeah, you know, this would have actually been... Wait, why is Sione discarding cards? Wasn't it Kira's turn? Oh, does everybody discard cards? Oh my Christ. Okay. Let's get rid of this, I guess. This is actually really helpful. So are the Spyglass and the Augury and the Blessing. Well, shit sticks. I guess we're getting rid of the staff. And I'm just gonna hope that she can get healed at some point. Man, that mistake at the beginning there, was really unfortunate. Because if Lem had been at this location with his help, that might have been a successful check. And then, yeah, we might be closing this location. Instead, the Lang Spider gets shuffled back in, and we've made no progress. Oh, it's on top. Oh, that's nice. Well, I definitely don't want to do it with Sejan, so I guess Sejan's going to go over to where Lem is, and hopefully not encounter the henchman. Well, yeah, let's use a Spyglass. Thank God for all these Spyglasses. There's the Lang Spider on the top. Okay, well, what's this Blessing? 2 dice, any strength, or non-combat strength, or that is not helpful. It's still a Blessing, though, so I guess I'll encounter it. I don't even know if Sejan can make it, but just go for it. Oh, it's just only divine, huh? Strength, constitution. Yeah, okay. That's great. Well, that was useful. What I'm going to do here is discard the Samison, because this is just bad. It's negative. And stop that. Alright, so there's the Revelation Coil. That'll be nice to use at another place. Wait, wasn't the henchman on top of the deck? Why is it not showing it as visible anymore? Well, oh, she started at a different location. Right, let's augury this location. I had her start in a different place. Right. Alright, well, we know that one of the barriers is nice. The Ranger Stash is not a big deal. And I'm now gonna, let's see, I don't want her to face the henchman, clearly, because she doesn't have any way of fighting. I don't want to explore, because I can just fuck things up. She's with Kira. Oh, oh yeah, Kira moved away. No, I don't know what happened. I don't know where the henchman is, or who's a henchman, or everywhere a henchman. I actually have no idea what's going on. We'll just go join the rest of the crew, and I'm gonna pass her turn. just gonna pass. I'm not gonna fight the henchman. Obviously, that would be very terrible. I guess it made no sense for her to go here because she could have just helped out from anywhere. Okay, he definitely doesn't want to do it. All right, Valeris is just gonna go here and pass his turn because I don't want him to fight the henchman. And I guess I can use a Staff of Minor Healing to heal up Sejan. I'm being very aggressive with my turn passing, but it's like, this is one of those situations where just making the check is much harder than like running out of time, especially because Lem has that. Where is it? Where is the Emerald Codex? These are the charms. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he's got the Invoke, and then Valeros has the Holy Candle. So we've got extra turns here. The limiting reagent is making the goddamn checks, and we have two of the 5 locations here with a henchman on top. So it's not a problem with the time. I just want to make sure we can make the checks. Anyway, is someone really hurt and could use a major cure? She could. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. It is a little bit wasteful, but it gets it out of my hand. And I'm going to, let's see, should I discard? I'm going to actually discard this. So the idea is that I can use Lem's hero power at the start of the turn to discard Incendiary Cloud and get Major Cure back whenever I want, and then I'll keep the Incendiary Cloud in my hand for now. Who do I want to actually be fighting a henchman in this? I think it's tough because Kira has the best wisdom, but unfortunately, Kira is bad at combat, and blessings only give her a d6, which really, really hurts in this scenario. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to pass off this war chief to Sejan, and we'll have Sejan be our henchman killer. Let's try that strategy. Alright, Kira definitely, like I said, doesn't want to fight the henchman. But F it, let's just explore another card. Hopefully it won't be a henchman. Alright, not bad. I don't really care about this. It's not significant. Yay, it's a 0! Alright, so we'll get rid of that. Is restoration only at your location? Yeah, I don't want her to draw extra cards. I don't want her to explore anymore. We're good. I'm just gonna pass. She doesn't need to go to the location with everybody else. So now let's see if this works. Sejan! Why do you have a venomous shortbow +1? Oh, I think because I gave him a weapon because I had to or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this Lang Spider. So then, should I do this? Yes. Let's go ahead and discard it. And let's see, that's a d6 +1. We're going to go for 2d6 here. And use up the blessing. I'm going to save the Milani because that is 2 wisdom. Success 74%, which means I'm guaranteed. Ha 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 ha. No. Oh yeah, 1d8, sure. It's fine. 83% success. That's not good enough. Let's go ahead and use this Sarin Ray blessing. 91%. Okay, we'll deal with 91% success rate. Hey, we killed a henchman! What's going on? Let's put that blessing on top because she was a bit short on blessings. Let's close the location. I'm sure this won't fail. Alright, so we're going to definitely give ourselves a couple of d8s. Going to reveal this for a +2. Notice that that's not adding a die. Wait, why is it roll success 96? Oh yeah, I guess this is just the first time, so 3d8s to hit a 7 is pretty safe. Okay. Whew, that was a little bit close. Okay. So we closed the location. That's good. Now, is this only at your location or a location? Well, I might as well bury it, get it out of my hand. So we're going to do one that hasn't been scouted yet, like that one over there. 50-50 shot of finding a henchman. And alas, it is not to be. Well, this thing is awful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the monsters on top, and nothing else matters. No, hang on a minute. I'm wrong about this. I'm going to put the blessing on top because it's like a nice card, and I'm going to put the Mhar after the blessing, just to clear them out of the way, and then I'm going to cast Scrying and get rid of these monsters. Do I want to do this? 1d4 new spells. It's nifty, and it does get banished if you fail. You need Arcane or Divine or Wisdom. So basically Arcane or Divine to do it. I don't really want to deal with that. I don't care about getting new spells. I mean, I guess you could get like another spell that adds more turns or something, but I'm not that concerned about it, so we'll just let that get shuffled up. Although, clearing it out of the way increases the odds that after I scry away these monsters, I... Yeah, after I scry away the monsters, I get to find the henchman sooner. Okay, so I will actually... Wait, that's stupid logic. If this is still in there, I might find it, or I might not. Yeah, no, there's no point in clearing it out, because I might end up clearing it out anyway if I leave it, or I might not, in which case it's a savings. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. That was a good revelation, Quill, considering it didn't find the henchman. Alright, so Sejan got a shaman, which is nice, and we're almost all at the same place. So let's go ahead and recharge this to give everybody here what's going on here? Game. What am I missing? Somebody tell me what I'm missing. Each character at your location may shuffle a random card from her discard pile. Is it because somebody doesn't have cards in their discard? Lem's got one. Valeros is one. Yeah, it should work. Oh, God. Really? This is really not going to work. Nope. Nope. What am I missing? Nothing? Oh, Pathfinder Adventures, we love you. Oh, wait, is it only on your turn, maybe? Is it only on your turn? Nope, nope, that's not the case. Well, friggin' dingles. I guess we'll just go over here with... See, whose turn is it? No, is it Lem's turn? Okay, who's... I actually can't tell whose turn it is. These mean that they're all in the same location. Oh, it's these... Okay, so it is Seoni's turn. So then, let's go over here. And let's find ourselves a Blessing of Desna. Now, am I going to discard it to explore again? No, I think I'm going to save it and just go through this place kind of slowly. I'm in no rush. And the blessings are more valuable to me than the time. I guess we can bury the Holy Candle because we've... banished, excuse me, the Holy Candle. Oh yeah, one extra blessing, nice. Because might as well. There's no way that it could have been wasted. Valeros can actually help the team a little bit by going there and clearing out the mayor. Yeah. So let's get rid of this. I don't care about picking her up. That's a stupid power anyways. She's gone. So the next card... So now we need to scry this place. So Sione might as well do that right now. So we're going to scry here. And it doesn't mean that we didn't give a chance of finding the henchman, I suppose. But it's fine. Let's do that. And we can recharge scrying. And I think Sione might as well also scry the other location that we have not... that has not yet been scriven. Okay, this one has a henchman on top, which is good. So we'll leave that there. Okay, so we have a couple of places where there is a henchman on top. Does the Wand of Enervation require that you be at the location? No, it's any combat check. Okay, so that's fine. So yeah, I think we're done. I don't need 2 armors. Let's recharge this. Oh no, that's not... I don't want to do that. I just want to recharge this. Oh, recharge it to move. I see. You can also recharge it when you reset your hand, but I don't really want to recharge to move, so whoops. Missed my chance. Up to Lem. Do I want my healing card back to heal Sejan? Sure. So we're going to go ahead and switch Incendiary Cloud, which is worthless in this scenario, with Major Cure. Let's go ahead and do Major Cure on my buddy, the Monk, and get minimum healing powers. And I will try recharging it now. Well, yeah, I'm going to try recharging it now. I don't particularly want to discard either of these combat spells because I'm going to want to use them against the Lang Spiders. Okay, Lem should get into position and get ready to take out a spider. Or he could go here and explore and actually fight a spider should he happen to find one. Alright, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to go ahead and Go back to Sione. She's got a spyglass that she can use here. And there's the spider. Okay, so we got spiders everywhere. And I think Lem could potentially fight this thing. I mean, he does have a good diplomacy. And his wisdom is a d6, which is bad for closing locations, but it is only the second location. And we do have a bunch of blessings right now. Let's try it so that I can make some swift progress here. All right, so here we go. Now then, I do need to make a pretty tough check. Oh, wow, oh, it's not a tough check. It's just like a chance of not being able to play spells at all. Oh, God, I forgot about that. Oh, no, wait, it's diplomacy. What am I? Oh, God, I'm such an idiot. I forgot it was diplomacy. Okay, anybody got one of those charisma blessings that I totally got rid of in the stash in the last? Hey, there's still a charisma blessing floating around. Awesome. 94% success. Well, you know what? That's just not quite as good as 100%. So forget you, Toad. There it is, 99%. Just do not want to fail this for any reason. So yeah, Lem with that diplomacy, and Sione as well. They're actually pretty decent henchman killers here. They just have bad wisdom. Alright, so here's the hard part. Is this closing a location? Yes, so it's discarded. Let's go ahead and get rid of the lesser of my combat spells. That's actually not bad. I'm going to use this shitty blessing just to make sure. Just so, you know, there isn't that 6% chance of randomly failing to close. Okay, so we've closed a couple of locations. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop this thing right now. Wait a minute, I'm totally stupid. Back when I picked up Mass Eloquence, I was like, oh, that's a crappy card, but I'm totally wrong because that can be used to help Lem or Sione's diplomacy checks against the henchmen. Shame on me for forgetting. Well, there's my worthless spell again. Alright, Kira's up. So this location that she's at, I think, is the only one that has not been explored. Does anybody have any auguries or scryings or anything of that nature? I guess it's not the end of the world if she fights the henchman, because while she probably won't be able to kill it, all I have here is a monster on the bottom, and that's all that gets shuffled back in, so I guess it's alright. Okay. Immune to attack. So no combat spells. And I take 1d4 minus 1 cold damage. So it is 1 cold damage. I got that right. Alright, should I use my armor? No, I'm going to discard this because it is a totally useless item. Okay. Now, if I fail this combat check, the really annoying thing is that it stays in the deck and this Grazul gets shuffled back in. So I'd like to make the check. Can I make the check? That's the question. Well, what happens if I discard it? I'm looking at a 1% success. I want combat melee. Will that help? Combat melee. Yeah, nope, that's what it is. You know what? It sucks, but I think that that's just the price I pay for exploring in a place that was really heavily crawling with monsters. I'm just going to reveal this weapon, which is a 0% success rate. Good. And then I'm just going to pop this armor. I was really kind of counting on being able to use Holy Light. Unfortunately, that was not the case. So now that gets shuffled in along with the other monster, and yep, sucks about that. All right, let me see if Sajan on his turn can use a shaman. Oh, he's the only one. Oh God. Well, okay. When he's the only one, it worked. Okay. So I could explore and just try to kill a monster, but he's only really got an Amulet of Fists and a Black Arrow Ranger to help fight. He's actually not in a particularly killing mood. Then again, I can recharge one of these and I only lose 3 cards. Alright, I'm going to go to Kira's location and see if I can explore something and have it not go terribly. Ranger stash. Well, that's nice. Do I want range trait? Well, sure, I'll recharge one because I can't use them both in the same combat check anyways, so I'm obviously not going to like try real hard to get this thing, but might as well recharge a card if it's at no cost to me. Acidic Sling, Venomous Heavy Crossbow. Okay, well, this is interesting. I mean, a D4 plus 1 is almost a net positive in this scenario, but it's not worth holding on to. I don't think he's not even proficient anyways. So I'm going to get rid of the longbow. The Acidic Sling, 3 D4s. D4s are really bad. I'm going to should discard this. And then this is actually solid. D10 plus 2, and you can discard it for a D12. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, wait. He's not proficient with weapons, though. So it's probably not worth it. And I'm not going to try to, like, change it around or anything. Yeah, whatever. We're just going to get rid of it. Yeah, it's fine. So nothing particularly great came of that, but we reset the hand. Okay, let's see if I can use the shaman now that he's with Kira. No! No, no. You have to be alone to use the shaman. Or maybe you can use it on your turn. That was the other difference, is that it was his turn. Not that that should matter, but anyway. She, I guess, could explore as well. And discard a card and fight a monster with the Wand of Enervation. That seems pretty wasteful. I have a decent amount of time. The question is, who's going to explore this, and when is it getting explored? I think we just... Well, we also... She doesn't need to get into position. It's only really Lem and Valeros that need to be in position to tackle these monsters. Alright, I'm going to go here and I'm going to explore. It sucks discarding a blessing to fight with, but... Although, there's that golem thing that's immune to the attack trait. That would suck to find. And it would suck to find a henchman. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to pass. Alright, she caught Augury, which is a nice pickup. Let's go ahead and augur her location, hoping to find... Ugh, that was not the greatest situation. Didn't find a henchman, and I didn't really find the very awful monster, but I guess it's better than nothing. So anyway, why is it Sione's turn? Oh, it's Valeros' turn. Okay, so Valeros is going to get into position. We got to start taking out these henchmen. I'm not going to explore, obviously, because he sucks at closing locations. I'm actually, I think, going to get rid of some of these armors, because and the Medusa mask for that matter, because yeah, he's just going to put him, and these weapons. I don't need any of this stuff. Does this work? That's only to your check. Okay, so I need to pass this off to somebody else. I really only care about drawing his blessings to help people make their combat checks. Alright, does Lem want to use this start of turn thing? Yes, actually, because it's adding dice to close a location. Although the Pharasma's good, the Yabba Dabba Doo isn't. So, I mean, the Yabba Dabba Doo is good because there's a lot of barriers here, but this to help close locations is definitely better. Okay, so Lem can go here. Does Lem want to actually just do it? Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just use his charisma and take this thing on. Although he's not getting help from Valeros with this. I'm sort of doing this all backwards. Well, alright. Man, we are kind of low on blessings. Jeez. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. And I guess Lem will help himself with his crappiest card. 97%. Alright, that's pleasantly surprising. That, oh god. Oh my god. 97% can kiss my boot hole. Alright. Damage from Lang Spiders to a random character. Move to that character's location. Okay, so this is gonna get shuffled back in. Oh my god, I was off by 1. You know, there are these there are these charms now that you can like pay gold and give yourself like a +1 to a check. I should have done that. I should have used it to make that check succeed. Crud. Alright, well, do I want to explore with Kira now that the henchman has disappeared from this place? She does suck at fighting henchmen. But Lem and Valeros are there to help her if she fights a random monster, so I guess we'll try it. Alright, that's nice. This is actually really helpful because it gives 2 dice against monsters. And I am going to now pop this Nethys, which lets you look at the top 2 cards and then explore. Okay, definitely don't want to do that. Do I want to do this? Dexterity. Oh, I definitely don't want to do that. This is all bad. Acid, cold, and poison. Okay, at least she can use a combat spell against that thing with her wisdom. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then unfortunately you have to explore it. Or check or bury 1d4 from your discard pile. Okay, well that's not gonna happen, so we're just gonna roll this and let that happen. Hey, I actually got to save one of my 2 cards. That's great. Alright, here's the combat check. Why can't I do this? Oh, right, there's this thing I didn't read. Okay, cool. Well, let's go ahead and do that. 89%, whatever. Fine, I'm sure it's good enough. Not that I haven't failed 94% probability checks today. Alright, we've got a 50% on this combat check, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and pop this thing to take it up to 89, and Lem should really recharge a card. I'm feeling a little bit sloppy and lazy here, but let's go ahead and put it up to 96, if this is to be trusted. I don't know how well it's taking into account the scenario stuff, but it seems like it's been pretty accurate so far. What is this? What is this? I don't know what that was. I don't know why the die rolled there, but it is whatever. So, there's another combat check. Why is there another combat check? What am I missing here? Why am I fighting this thing again? Pathfinder Adventures. I love you, but I also hate you at the same time. I don't understand what's happening here. Alright, Lamb, why don't you get rid of your... oh, that's actually really good. That helps close locations. Disintegrate, sure. 87, fine. Okay. And let me just remember to reveal this damn cat. I don't even like this cat, but if I have it, I might as well remember to give myself a free +2 on my recharge checks. Okay, I actually killed a monster? Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Okay. Sweet diggity dingles. Let's go ahead and see if I can shaman successfully here, or if it's going to bug out because there's more than one person at my location. Oh, on your turn it does let you. Okay, well in that case, let's move to where everybody's at. I gotta refine the henchmen in this location. I'm at halfway done with the time, so things are actually getting a little bit scary, timing-wise. Alright, but he's a good candidate for fighting the hand chopper. I do have Black Arrow Ranger for a bonus. Lem is here, just turning up cards left and right, sure. Who needs a venomous dart? So we can get a new weapon, item, armor, or spell. I don't know what spell. I guess I'm gonna go for a spell. Maybe get another one of those spells that gives bonus blessings. Oh, lightning touch! Yeah, that's good. Alright, Sage-Ann found a spyglass, which is nice. I'm gonna use it now. Come on. Alright, there's the spider. Good. Just put the spider up top. Sione, does Sione want to deal with that thing? She could be rolling 2d8 plus a d4 on the survival check plus Lem's help. This would be actually nice, though, if Lem could give it to her. Because then she could... Well, Lem could just kill the henchman himself. No, this is pointless for Sione to go over there. Sione should just stay there and explore more. But no, Sione just... Wait, Sione was away from every... So there's a henchman here. Oh, whoops. Okay, is there a henchman right here on top? No, there isn't. Okay, so Sione should really go there and explore. Nope, there's a henchman there. Okay, I don't think I want to close with Sione. I'd much rather do it with Lem. Is there a henchman on top of every location now? Oh, it was Sage-Ann's spyglass. So this location does not have a henchman sitting on top of it. I messed up. It sucks because I am not going to be very good at closing the location, even with the Mountaineer's help, unfortunately. All right, we'll just freaking do it. This could be a very bad mistake, but we'll see. So, anybody got a charisma blessing? I suppose that would be... Oh, wait, Lem! Oh, Emerald Codex! Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, still not what I wanted. There we go, Mass Eloquence. Let's pop that right there. Mm-hmm. And then the Blessing of Pharasma gives 2 dice. There we go. So she diplomatizes against the spider for some reason. Now let's close this thing and see what happens. So I reveal this, but it's survival, so it turns her base die into a d4. And the wisdom isn't going to count now. So this feels like... Yeah, I don't think this success rate is right, because I just added a d4 and it improved my chance of success, even though it definitely doesn't actually do that. Because every additional d4 with a -2 penalty... Oh wait, no, that's only against monsters! Oh my god, I'm such an idiot, I totally forgot. Yes, the scenario rule is only Only on combat checks. Oh, God. Okay. So it is legitimate. Every extra D4 does make a difference, and I'm just gonna throw all my blessings at this then. We're gonna go ahead and do that. So 91 is not good enough. We are getting this thing closed. Okay. Oh my God, that extra blessing actually may have made a difference. It might have been one of the ones that just turned into a 0, but I am glad I threw everything I had at that check. Okay. Well, I think we might be... What was that? What happened? Okay, I don't know what happened, but anyway, there's now this one location that has a bunch of crap in it, and I guess my hope... Oh God, I feel like this is just the worst video I've ever made of playing this game. Valeros' wasting time setting up is pointless if I'm going to have Lem and Seoni closing all these places, because his D4 only works for combat checks. Alright, so I'm going to go here where there's not a henchman on top. I wish I still had the Medusa masks that I threw away for no reason. And explore, hopefully not finding the henchman, which I didn't. I'm hoping now I don't take too much damage. I can take anywhere between 0 and 3 damage. 0, I like that. I like 0. 0 I'm a big fan of. Alright, so now he actually gets to go balls to the walls. Dickens, we're gonna do this thing. Does it make a difference? Nope. Bam! 32% success rate on the best combat person that I have. Let's banish this thing. Fine. 76%. Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to use Wand of Enervation, because it seems like I am relying on Lem and Seoni mostly to actually kill the henchman off. Oh my God, did it really just reset everything? It really did. Okay, that's great. Well, let's use the lesser weapon, I suppose, because I'm getting help from this Wand of Enervation. And the scimitar, 96, good enough. Okay. Should I explore again? Push my luck. Sure. I'm not really... I don't have that many cards here to lose, so it's not that big of a loss if I encounter a monster and get whomped. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and discard that. Grazul! Alright, so let's go ahead and discard that axe. Get the fire trait for bonus D8. Yeah, baby. Banish that thing for a D10. 87%. I'll take it. Uh-oh, that looks bad. Oh, no, it was fine because I got some 8s. Alright, so, yeah, that was pretty productive. I got rid of... What? Why did it go back in? What? Did I miss something? Oh, it needed the fire... Didn't I pick the fire trait? I thought it needed the fire or the acid trait to be defeated. Did I click on cold? Am I just tripping ball sacks? What's going on? Alright, well... Anyway, I think Lem can actually handle a henchman all by himself, and he's got the lizard to automatically close the location. So we're going to send Lem over here to close that place, and then we're going to pile drive the other location. Can I use this necklace of fireballs? Is that worth it? Well, 3d6 plus 12 is good, but on the other hand, it does mean that I'm getting a -2 on every die, so probably not. Let's go ahead and discard that, and I'll just recharge this necklace. I gotta make sure I don't get rid of my lizard here. 97%. Is that good enough? Let's live on the edge, people. Live on the freaking edge. Alright, so we got rid of the Leng Spider by talking at it till it got bored. We're going to close this. Discard that. Unfortunately, it's a discard, not a recharge. But if I draw another ally, I can actually use Lem's power to get that lizard back into my hand. And then automatically win. The only main problem is just finding the other henchman. That's the main issue, is that the other henchman is not scouted yet. So is it worth exploring this, even though I risk finding a henchman every time? It's not really that worth it, because I don't think she can kill anything, even with Valeros' help. Does she have any auguries or anything in here? I could try to restoration on herself to find an augury. Fine, we'll try that. Didn't happen. Alright, well, I could skip the turn and heal Valeros with her hero power. Or I could just explore. Grazul! Yeah, I had the fire trait. Ah, well, I'm not going to have the fire trait this time unless somebody's got Poog. Don't think they do. Does she have an armor in her hand? She got the Sahedron medallion. Okay, so I need to do somewhat well on this combat check in order to not completely fail. Alright, 76%, and I got the Siege and Medallion. Alright, so this thing is not going to be defeated because I didn't have the fire or the acid trait. Unfortunately. Let's see if we can get lucky here and recharge this thing. How long has this been going? 49 minutes? Oh my god. Well, that is with 8 minutes of me sucking horribly and restarting. So, Sejan needs to get over here and explore. He's not going to have the fire check either, but for that stupid Grazul, but at least, you know, I can't find the Grazul every time, right? Right? I mean, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and discard the bow. I don't really want to hold on to it. Recharge these blessings. And it looks like I'm doing okay, so we'll just roll. Yep. Alright, so that's another monster out of the way. We have 10 turns. We just gotta find the henchman. That's pretty much all we have to do is find the henchman, because Lem can definitely take out the henchman. But obviously if the henchman is not found by Lem's turn, it's not going to be any good. I don't have any auguries here or anything. Do I want to explore with Sione? No combat spells. Well, if she finds the henchman, maybe if I threw everything at the closing check, we could do it. Alright, let's try it. There's the Grazul. Well, this thing does have the fire trait, so that kind of works. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's pop the blessing for another couple of d12s. 96%, and I got the fire trait. So that should work. Oh my god, that was close. Did I misclick with Valeros when I used his weapon, which I thought was going to give the fire trait? I really thought it would, but anyway, we're down to 5 cards. Still don't have any scouting. Valeros definitely does not want to fight the henchman, because he can't close the place for beans. But at the same time, there's only a 1 in 5 chance of finding the henchman. I think we need to make some progress here. Treachery Demon. Oh no, that's bad. And it's happening. That was bad. So who takes the damage? Poor Sione. Well, I guess that's what the medallion is for. So I got a little lucky there. Oh yeah, this isn't an arcane item, so it doesn't automatically recharge. I always forget that. Well, managed to get lucky and get it, so that's cool. So now let's go ahead and fight this guy. I'm not gonna be. Oh, I clicked the top one, which I thought was fire, but instead it was actually cold. That's why I clicked the top thinking it was fire. Hilarious. Roll success 63. Great. All right. Well, let's pop a blessing of Lamesh stew here to get it up to 90. Sure. Okay. So, we are down to 4 cards here. Lem is going to get 2 more turns. So, Lem's got a decent shot at finding that henchman, or at least somebody finding the henchman for Lem. Can I do Shalelu? No, I can't. All right. So, Lem definitely need to remember to do this. I need to trade the Evangelist for my Lizard so I can automatically close the location if I am fortunate enough to find the henchman. Now, I have a 25% chance of finding a henchman. I should be able to kill most monsters with my array of spells. Guess we'll cast Major Cure first in case something really terrible happens and I end up dumping my whole hand. I don't really care that much about recharging this, so we'll let it go. Incendiary Cloud is terrible. Alright, I think we're going to get this. So we're going to go ahead and recharge this to help on my Charisma check. I'm going to pop a Blessing to help some more, and there's no reason not to use blessings right now. I just need to guarantee that I get rid of the spider. I mean, I guess you can never guarantee it because so there's a chance all your dice come up ones. Now we're going to discard that to automatically succeed at survival. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. I'm so glad to have that scenario behind me. I really didn't realize until I started playing how useful it was that Lem and Sione could kill the henchman with Diplomacy, because that avoids the scenario's -2 penalty per die rule. Alright, I have no idea what's going to happen with feats, because they're all kinds of messed up here, but I guess I'm getting the 6th skill feat. Alright, cool. So, Lem, I guess you could take Dexterity. Can I not? Oh, I guess you have to click another button to change your mind. because that's for his ranged weapon, but I don't use ranged weapons with him much. We'll go for wisdom, because that seems to be the thing that is used to close locations. Though I don't even really remember if there's any more locations that close with wisdom. I don't think it should matter too much either way. I should have really maxed out her strength and not her wisdom. This was probably a poor life choice. Sejan, definitely wisdom. Nothing really hard to do there. And she just doesn't get much benefit from anything, so I guess I'll go for dexterity, but who cares? And then we'll beef up his poor, sad, pathetic wisdom. That was probably a mistake. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Now let's go ahead and see if we can build up our deck effectively here. So we have an extra spell, Invoke. What? But didn't this come from an Emerald Codex? Why is it in my inventory? Alright, I don't know what's happening. Let's get rid of Incendiary Cloud, it's been kind of shitty, and we'll just use this for extra turns every scenario. Yeah, I feel like I've been hurt enough by the bugs that it's fine. This thing actually is not that useful anymore, so we're gonna get rid of it. This thing is fine. It's better than a Troubadour. Lightning Touch is junk, and, well, I guess this thing's better than a... No, it's not, because he doesn't have weapon proficiency. But this thing is D6 plus 3, D4 plus 3. This is D10 plus D12 plus 2. All right, we'll keep... But no, he doesn't have weapon proficiency. God, I keep forgetting that. So we're going to do that. Lem is proficient with weapons, isn't he? Isn't he? I can't tell, can I? There's no way to tell. I can give it to Valero since in place of something lame like the Frost longbow is pretty shitty. Okay, so we'll take the heavy crossbow there. He needs an item and an ally, and she needs nothing. She needs to get rid of a blessing. Dasna. Okay, let's view all, make sure I'm not throwing away anything good. Nope, yep, nope, cool. All right, and I'm gonna not bother with these at the moment. I think it's cool they got some obsidian, other obsidian intellectual property here, some Pillars of Eternity stuff going on, but I don't really know what those do, and I don't really care about it, so let's do this, and I think we can, I guess I'll hang on to Incendiary Cloud, like as a just in case. You can always banish it later if the stash fills up. I do love the stash. I feel like I wish that was in the original game. It's a good example of a digital innovation that I think improves upon the source material. And what's happening? Oh, Valeris actually needs to take an item from the supply. Well, I know what I'm taking. I got some new treasure cards from the, I think from the, either this was always here, or it's from the Obsidian version of the Steam. Evade. Oh, I love clicking this to just, I love clicking on this to move it instead of like dragging. That's the one way that the computer interface is not as good as the touch. So we'll take that. That's a pretty good item to have in general. And yeah, next time we'll take on the second to last scenario of the whole adventure. I'll see you guys soon, everybody. Enjoy your lives.